What's up, YouTube? We got a lot to talk about, man. I did my first intermediate slash advanced class yesterday. I think it's fair to call this advanced, at least when it comes down to who I am sparring with. The concepts may still be a little bit intermediate, but anyways, they throw you to the wolves, man. There is no red shirt jersey for this dude, he's got 6 months of experience. Nope, it's just like, oh, you're gonna box a guy with 8 years of experience and a Golden Glove champion. Good luck. So yeah, I got beat up. I mean, not too bad. I had a bloody nose. I'll throw a picture in somewhere here when I edit it. And yeah, the guy who gave me the bloody nose was the head coach, man. He is basically, at least in his prime, he was the best boxer in Peru. So, whatever. He's got 15 years of experience, and yeah, he lit me up. You can probably tell my nose is a little swole. It's a little red over here, a little red over there. It's not broken. It doesn't hurt too bad. It's tender today. I definitely need to give it a couple days to chill out before I go get my ass kicked by these guys again. But so pretty much I was doing the beginner class for 6 months, got the nod to try the intermediate slash advanced class. And so basically the way the class goes, it's an hour long. The first, let's say 15 minutes are like conditioning, cardio, burpees, jumping jacks, lunges, air squats, side shuffle stuff, just really intense cardio. Then we did 2 rounds of shadow boxing. So that probably puts us at around 20 minutes. At that point, I'm already pretty much exhausted. My shirt's already pretty much soaked to the core in sweat. It's like a sweat box up in this joint. They don't have the AC on. It's hot as hell. So then it's like, okay, cool. Time to go get your gear on, right? So I'm like, okay, here we go. Time for the real deal. So I'm partially gagging on my mouth guard. I think I need to trim a little distance off that mouth guard. It was a little weird. The headgear fit good. It did not really obstruct my vision. But so I can't use it as an excuse for getting tagged by all these punches. But so pretty much how it goes then, we all get our headgear on, and then there's one buddy of mine who just got moved up from the beginner class too. We're roughly the same weight, at least within 10 pounds. He's a bit older than a lot of the other folks in this class because it's 13 and up. So you got kids that are 13 up to me. I'm 41. I am definitely the oldest person in that class. And then my buddy Camille, I think he's maybe 29 or something like that. But so he and I both moved up, and we're both similar skill level, and similar experience. So for the first, sparring thing, me and him pair up, and it's just double jab. Could be to the body, could be to the head, and we're taking turns. So that was good. He was catching me with some, I was catching him with some. We both had success on defense. It was very, even really for the most part, and a good little intro at first to getting punched in the face, and it's the jab, obviously, so the least powerful punch. So we did that for, I think, 2 rounds. And then, coach is like, all right, switch, so now we're all mixing around the class. So in the end, I ended up sparring with the gym owner, head coach, who was basically in his prime the best boxer in Peru. I sparred with a kid who was only 16, but he was already been to the Junior Olympics. And he hits hard. He's trying to kill you. But I didn't reciprocate that. I mean, I weigh a lot more than him. It feels weird punching like a teenager hard. So, but needless to say, I might have to get a little more mean, man, because I was also the only one who had a bloody nose throughout this thing. And then also, I sparred with another dude who was a Golden Glove, maybe winner, or at least second place. He's got a belt on the wall. Let's put it that way. He's got a belt from the Golden Gloves of Illinois is where I'm at. So like here I am, 6 months experience, and I'm trying to hang with these dudes that have been boxing forever, man. So I didn't stand a chance, obviously, with those dudes. I had a few other partners, and especially once I was already bleeding, I think some of the kids, or the dudes probably took it a little easy and didn't want to like completely just light me up. But we did the double jab stuff. Then we did the open lead hand only. So you could, do any punch with your lead hand, but you were not supposed to be using your rear hand. I did pretty good with that. I had some success hitting some of the other guys, making contact, some success blocking. And then where things really went downhill for me is so then we switch again, and the head coach was just doing the workout with us. He still stays active and gets his work in. And so I'm paired up with him now, and it's free for all. Like, so there's no taking turns, but it's only, you can only throw jabs and crosses, but they could be to the body, they could be the head. You can double up the jab, triple up the jab, whatever. It's just only 2 punches, but those are the only rules. And like, man, yeah, he was smoking me. And I don't know, like, if anything, I would have thought maybe the head coach would like take it a little easy on like the rookies in the new class. But he is definitely the one that made my nose bleed. And yeah, I got him though. I got him on a couple too. I know what worked good for me is if I feinted the jab up and then I went down and I got my head off the center line. I know I caught his ass in the stomach with a couple of them. But for the most part, obviously, I was, eating way more punches than I should have been. I'm pretty good at parrying or catching the jab. The cross, I gotta work on, man. In the beginner class, they always had us just slip the cross. But here I was trying to block, and then they never even actually gave me any instruction on that. So it was just like they kind of skipped that. And same with the hook to the head. In the beginner's class, we were not throwing hooks to the head. But when we were doing that open left hand, you could hook to the head. So just thankfully from me watching boxing and looking at other stuff on YouTube, I kind of figured out I should block the hook to the head or roll it. But I didn't do a ton of rolling and slipping. It's like in the heat of the moment, I kind of like just went to just like, the basic like high guard, like kind of block, thing. And the other thing I didn't do a lot of, maybe just because I thought it was maybe going to be like a bitch move, but now that I got tagged up pretty good, maybe I'll do more of it next time, is like stepping back, So I didn't do a whole lot of just get out of range. I'm like, yeah, okay, I could get out of range, but I want to be better at blocking and slipping and rolling these punches. But maybe I should give myself that option a little more often here for the next class. So yeah, overall, I mean, it was good. It was fun. Like I said, my nose is a little beat up from it. I'll throw that picture up. I probably already did. There's a group photo that they took too. I'll throw it up in there, man. A lot of these kids are just like shredded to the bone. And there's some killers in there, man. These dudes, like some of them are, still in high school. Some of them are in their 20s, but, yeah, I got thrown in the deep end, fed to the wolves, however you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, that's what I asked for. It's the advanced class, and they don't really say like, okay, Josh is new, let's all not beat him up too much. It's just like, you're in the advanced class, you're in the advanced class. It is what it is. You're going to get punched up, or you're going to, you're going to learn fast, or you're going to get punched up. So I got to give my nose probably like a couple days to heal. It's definitely tender this morning and today, but I mean, I'm not discouraged. I will be going back to that class. I just want to go in there fresh. I don't want to go in there with my nose already like sore to the touch, It's definitely not broken. Again, it ain't a big deal. But I'd like to get a fresh start knowing that I am definitely going to get punched in the nose again the next time I go there. And I would like to maybe try to somehow record some of this to see like what I'm doing wrong. But the other thing in this class too is, if they catch you, they're not like, oh, I just caught you with that cross, you better, adjust. They'll just keep hitting you until you do something about it, So it's like, oh, gotcha again, and and it's all happening so fast, man. It's kind of like a street fight. I've definitely been in my fair share of those where everything's like a blur and it's hard to even kind of remember what the hell happened. There was definitely some of that going on, but tried to keep calm, tried to not shut my eyes, tried to keep focused on the punches that were coming. Again, I think I did pretty good with the jabs. When I was working with people that weren't like Golden Glove champions, you know, I did have some success for sure. But I mean, like, what do I expect when I'm going against people that are like just so much better and so much more experienced? But I guess that's how you get better, right? So that was my first advanced class, man. Pretty wild stuff. I feel like a boxer now, you know, like we're not playing patty cake in that class. You are getting punched in the head. So keep you guys posted as it goes. But I want to do a follow-up. I know I let people know I got advanced to that class. And yeah, my first one was last night. Almost puked just from the cardio of it. Almost puked in the garbage. So yeah, it's brutal, man. It's brutal. Yo, mad respect to boxers. I mean, there ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. It's intense. So I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, that is pretty much how my first advanced class went. All right, talk to y'all later.